grab a large piece of paper, some pens and some highlighters, because today we are going to talk about how to outsource work to business support, to a VA, and how to work with that person to support you in your business and help you grow further. Hello, you're listening to the Courageous Goals podcast. This podcast is for high-achieving, courageous women who want growth and the know-how to scale their business online. Running a business is a journey and a process. The more we learn in action, the more we succeed. If you're a woman in business, this is the podcast for you. Be in the 5% of businesses that make it. Let's get bold and create the life we desire. I'm bringing my passion to you through advice, coaching, inspiration, and support to help you create and design the life and business you want to live. I am a Dubsado expert, CPD certified in social media platforms, and a lover of admin systems and processes. I am an accredited ICF coach, specialising in trauma and narcissism. My own coaching journey has supported my growth immensely, and I want to share those highlights with you to inspire and give you courage. Let's get intentional with our goals and make them happen. Let's get started. Hello and welcome to today's episode of the Courageous Goals podcast. Today I'd like to talk to you about outsourcing and how does it work. I get so many people ask me about outsourcing, how it works, how you delegate, what you delegate, and how does it even begin. And it surprises me that a lot of people don't necessarily know how the process itself works. So basically with outsourcing, it's like you have an assistant in your business, in your work, but we work remotely, and it works in the same way, but you just talk with that person online, whether it's a phone call or over Zoom, via email, or clever apps like Slack, or project management tools like Asana. It could be anything like that. And how you decide whether outsourcing is for you is down to you, where your business is at the moment, how you are feeling in your business, and what you currently do day to day. So if you're looking at your to-do list and thinking, oh, I hate that task, I don't want to do this, or you know that task takes absolutely hours and you just don't have time for it, those are the sorts of things that you can probably outsource. Now, just a few suggestions might be something like, if you send out emails regularly to your subscribers, that's something you can outsource. You can still create the content. Perhaps you can talk it all out in a voice note, or you could write it all down in a document and then just pass it over to your support network, whether that's a VA, some sort of business support, or whoever it is that you'd like to outsource work to. And they can create the structure, they can schedule it, send it straight away, create some images for it. Another thing that you could probably outsource is your social media. You could get someone to manage your diary, your calendar, your inbox. It could be absolutely anything. If you have a podcast like I'm doing today, you can outsource actually planning everything around your podcast. So although it will be you recording your podcast, you might need someone to create the graphics to go with it, to upload it to your host, create the content to go with it. Perhaps if you'd like to pinpoint certain things in the show notes, they can do that also. There's so many things that you can outsource. And the best way that I tell people to really work out what it is that they'd like to outsource is to, well, first of all, get some large bits of paper, some pens, some highlighters, and sit down and work out all of the different tasks that you do day to day, weekly, monthly, if there's anything that you do regularly, if there's anything you do that's more ad hoc, or projects that might come in that surprise you every now and then where you didn't necessarily plan for. Write down absolutely everything that you do in your business, and then you can use your highlighters to work out what you could possibly outsource and how easy it would be and what that process would look like. If there's something that you do regularly, which you might consider outsourcing, but again, at the same time, you're not sure if you can, so highlight that in a different color. And then obviously there's going to be tasks that you can't outsource, and you know that definitely 100% that that's something that you do in your business. So highlight that a completely different color. So you should potentially have 3 different lists with different colors, for the highlights, and work out what you can outsource. Once you've got a list of what you can outsource, you can then work out what that process actually looks like when you do it, or what the process could look like if you got someone to help you. You'll find a lot of people don't necessarily have a process on when they do things or how they do things. And this could be a really good opportunity to really get streamlined with your processes in your business. I could pick out something like social media. Do you schedule that in advance? If you do you do it weekly? Do you do it monthly? When you do create it, do you create just the content, or do you create the graphics or the video or something like that to go with it? So there's lots of processes that you could potentially create when thinking about outsourcing. Now, if you know a VA or someone that offers business support that can do these things for you, I would suggest having a discovery call with them first. Even having a few discovery calls with several people that offer this support, because you may not click with that person that you know, and it could be someone else that you need to work with. So you might like them and like what they do in their business and how they portray themselves, but when you have that conversation in a discovery call, you may not actually click with them. So it's always worth having a few discovery calls to see who you really click with, who you get on well with, and who you can see yourself working with. If you're going to be working with someone day to day or each week or having regular meetups with, you need to know that you can get on with that person as well as trust them to do the work that you're going to delegate to them. So that's roughly what you can do to work out what you can outsource. Now, knowing whether you're ready or not, I guess it comes down to you and your schedule, how much you're willing to work, and potentially, are you ready to step things up a gear in your business? If you took on support and outsourced things, what could your business look like after taking on that support? Would it free you up some time to do other things in your business that you've wanted to do? Or will it free you up some time to maybe spend with your family because you're working far too much? There's lots of pros and cons there. So I would look at all the benefits and see what really works for you. You just need to remember that you can't do everything in business. And as a business owner, we wear so many hats, and we're HR, we're marketing, we're a coach or whatever it is that you do in your business, and an accountant, we're all these things, but someone else could do it a lot quicker or in a better way than we actually do ourselves. So it's really worth considering looking at if it's worth doing for you. But there is support available for you if and when you do want it. And there's no need to struggle on your own. It's just deciding whether to make the leap and go from working alone to working with support. Running a business can be really overwhelming, and having a wing woman or wing man to share the load and get organised, it totally adds a million skills to your business and takes off a huge load on you as a sole business owner. With regards to what people offer, that varies with each business support or each VA. Everybody offers different things. I do a bit of everything. I offer like tech support as well as day-to-day inbox and diary management because I'm hugely organized. I love a project management tool called Asana. It works amazingly well. You can set dates on things, have reminders sent to teammates or even just yourself day to day. And then, of course, it's whether people offer ad hoc support because they work on projects only. So they might work on projects, say, for 6 months. Or it could be retainer support where you have an ongoing contract and you know that you need day-to-day or week-to-week support. In addition, some VAs only offer power hours where you work on specific tasks for that hour and actually get a lot of stuff done. So yeah, there's so much to think about. There truly is. But if you do decide to take on business support, it's very rare you hear a bad story. A lot of people love working with business support or a VA, and yeah, it is truly amazing. I took on I took on my first associate when I was just about 6 weeks into my business going full time because suddenly word got out and I was inundated with work. And so I had to take on support straight away, which was crazy. It was a crazy time, but I absolutely loved it. And my associate was really, really good and really supportive. So what you can expect is that people you work with should treat your business like it's their own, because without you, they wouldn't have a business. Usually they offer the skills and the services that they do is because they're really good at it, and they're confident in saying that they're good at it because they know that they've got the skills to support you in your business. And how and where do you sign up? Book a call. See who you click with, what business support they offer, and what package might suit you. If the VA you're talking to offers packages, or it might just be ad hoc work or even just power hours, but see what works for you. And if you'd like to go for it, then, sit down, get out that paper that I talked about and get out the pens and the highlighters and really work out, actually, I can outsource this. I can definitely outsource that. That might be something I can outsource that. So I'll see if I can create a process that could go with that. And don't forget, if you don't actually have a process in place, you can work that out with that person as well. You don't have to have things all ready and a plan of action and details and notes and everything else, because that's what we're here for. We are able to work that through with you and create a strategy and the processes that you need. How quickly you'd like to get supported, again, that depends on that person's availability and how much availability that they have. Some people have associates on their team, so it may not be with them that you actually work with. It could be an associate. So that just goes to show how well they are doing in their business if they have associates, because it shows that people want to work with them. So if you end up working with an associate, just be sure to ask that question perhaps in your discovery call. Will it be you that I work with, or will it be an associate? But a good business support or VA will actually say to you, actually, I think you might be better fitted with one of my associates. And they will address that straight away on the discovery call. So don't be afraid to ask your questions if you have any, or even go back to that person in a message or an email. And yeah, communication open is the best way to go. There might also be something else that they offer that's not business support day to day. that you might also want to put into place in your business. So as a lot of you know, that I'm a Dubsado expert as well. So I also offer Dubsado all-in packages where I completely set up your Dubsado, and I'm also in the middle of creating a Dubsado course for you to do it yourselves. And in addition, there'll be strategy hours and things like that I'll create alongside that, just for the extra little bit of support that people do need. So they like to do things as a DIY, but they need a little bit of support to go with it. So there's other things that people like me who offer business support or VA support, whatever you would like to call it, where we offer other things as well, like Dubsado, or perhaps setting up a project management tool for you to get your processes in place for your business. Or the other thing that I do is coaching program. So yes, there's lots of things that we do offer. Okay, so there's lots to think about there. I hope it does help with how you take on someone to support you in your business and how outsourcing actually works. If you do have questions, you're welcome to message me, or if you're part of my free Facebook group, jump on in there and ask some questions. We have quite a few threads going on during the week. And oh yes, of course, you can email me or just have a look at the website. So yes, I encourage you to look at your business and your processes and see if it's time to start outsourcing, if you're ready to work together, achieve more, and really grow where you are at. Because remember, you can't do everything. You can do anything, but not everything. Okay. Thank you for listening today, and take care. Thank you so much for listening to the Courageous Goals podcast. I really hope you've enjoyed today's episode and taken something of value for you. If you'd love more advice, coaching, inspiration and support, head on over to join many other courageous women in business in our free community group over on Facebook. We'd love to welcome you. You can also find free useful resources over on the website at leannebrown.com/resources. Right, that's all for this week. I look forward to sharing another episode with you next week.